Final round. You win.
Welcome to Button Mash, the show where we mash all your video game content for the week for you to listen to at the press of a single button. My name is Roger, and with me, as usual, I have Chris Hansen. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Roger Brass.
G'day, Chris.
How are you, buddy?
I'm fucking fantastic, man. I'm fucking pumped. It's our
4-day week.
last episode before PAX. Like you said, we've got a 4-day week for work, and then we go to PAX and we just play games all day, and then we'll go back to your house and play more games, sing some beers, and then go back the next day to play more games.
Yes. And then we sleep.
And then we sleep, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. But
Yeah, man.
so this is our last episode before PAX Oz. So we're going to be there on the Friday and Saturday. And a couple of things we need to plug before the show. So we're going to be recording the show from the show floor on Saturday at 3 p.m. So if you're at PAX, come say hello. You can watch us record there. You probably won't be able to hear us, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And then after that, well, we'll have a special guest. Let's not forget our special guest. We'll have the angriest Scotsman, the Twitch streamer, angriest Scotsman, will be on with us on the show on Saturday. And then the week after that, we're doing our charity stream. So if you've been watching our streams, you'll notice the little Mind logo. So we're supporting the charity called Mind, which is a mental health charity. And we're going to do a bit of blindfold gaming on Friday, the 18th of October at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard. And then, bit of other stuff, playing Borderlands with some Borderlands masks and all sorts of stupid shit. So make sure you come along for the ride. It's going to be a fun one.
Do it.
It is going to be a fun one.
Also, snap your necks.
Whoa. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's,
Like in a nice way, like massaging, like a Thai massage.
with happy ending.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the same thing.
Yeah. No, it's the same thing. Thai massage means happy ending. Alrighty, let's get into the show, boys and girls. So we've got a few news topics this week, and then one game that we've been playing. But it is the new release of the week, so let's fucking get started. So big news this week: Shawn Layden from PlayStation is leaving. He's stepping down. It sounds like he's not just stepping down, but he's leaving PlayStation altogether.
See you later.
Yeah, I mean,
But they don't know for what reasons, though, huh?
I mean, like, I could have sworn they said something about him leaving in the past. Like, it's been announced a while ago. I could be wrong, but I feel like I heard it like maybe 6 to 8 months ago that he was stepping down. So I don't think it was like something out of nowhere that he was like, something fucked up and he's had to step down kind of thing. I don't think that's what it is. But yeah, he's been at PlayStation for quite a while, since like 2005 or something, and 2007.
Was it?
Wait, hold on a minute.
Nah, it was like,
Was it earlier than that?
Yeah.
Holy
like,
shit, 87.
Yeah, 87. I was going to say, like, nah, I think you're a few decades off.
Yeah, fuck. No, he started like doing the sort of higher up positions in 2007. I think.
So how old is
he? 84, 85?
Okay,
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, holy shit.
The reason why he's probably leaving is to retire.
Yeah, I think he's just retiring, to be honest. But holy shit. Yeah, since 87. That's mental. So he became president of Sony Computer Entertainment Japan in October 2007. Before becoming a founding member of and vice president of Sony Network Entertainment in 2010. And in 2014, he succeeded Jack Tretton as president and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment. And then last year, in 2018, he became chairman of Sony Interactive Entertainment Worldwide Studios. So big shoes to fill. And he's been there for, a lot of great stuff. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Spider-Man last year, the acquisition of studios like Insomniac recently, and yeah, I mean, he's been there for a lot of great stuff, but also for some not so great stuff, like the delay for fucking crossplay and whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to see where they go from here, because there's also another big dude that's left, Atsushi Morita, also retired this week.
I love sushi.
Yeah, me too, man. So he was SIE worldwide chairman. No, that's Shawn Layden. What was he? Yeah, is deputy president and CFO. That's the dude that's taken over. Yeah, it was the president of the Asia division.
Oh yeah. He sounds like it.
Fucking hell. Oh no. But yeah, so some big things happening, obviously. So should be good. I'm excited for the future. We got the next generation starting very soon, and yeah, hopefully it goes into some exciting directions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We'll stay on the PlayStation train, because now we've got full support for crossplay, and I feel like PlayStation's been very quiet about it.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
It's kind of, I've just been hearing it from just like other news sources and stuff. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like no big announcement about it. So if you're not on board with what's happening, which is maybe why you listen to this show, well, a few months ago we talked about PlayStation starting a beta for crossplay with Fortnite, where they allowed crossplay between PlayStation, PC, Xbox, and Switch. And then Rocket League did it as well, and I think Dauntless, maybe some other games that I don't know of, but it was in beta process, so it was a very hard thing to sort of implement in games on PlayStation, and a lot of games were doing crossplay between PC, Xbox, Switch, and very hard to get PlayStation on board. Well, now it is fully supported. It is out of beta, and it's basically up to the developer to decide basically if they want crossplay to be a thing in their game or not. It's some pretty amazing shit. So now we've got every major console manufacturer on board with crossplay.
Yeah, so much good, and it opens the just for gaming, like the online community hugely. Funny you say that though. Where I was playing PUBG last night with Glyn and Pat, and the new update for that is the new season and cross-platform between Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we're like, oh man, we're gonna get owned. And Australia get their own servers now, like the Oceania and stuff like that. So we're like, oh, we're not gonna lag. And man, it played really well. Like, it just didn't have that kind of clunkiness.
Okay.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like when you played it, you kind of like open up the door and you're like, I don't know, it's just a little bit delayed, or it just doesn't feel kind of smooth. And I was like kind of running around. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like this is sick. And you have like a little PlayStation logo next to your name, and then the people who are in your squad. And if you get killed by someone, it tells you like what platform they're on. I didn't see one Xbox person though.
You didn't?
Not one. No, not one.
Okay.
And we were getting half lobbies as well, because we were like, we're going to get full games like all the time, and we were getting full games with like the NA servers, because we went on Oceania servers because they didn't have dedicated servers for PUBG for Oceania, but now they do. But since they do, it's like we're only getting rooms that are like 50 for squads, and it was just PlayStation that we saw, and we had cross-platform turned on because you can turn it off, but we had it turned on, so we were like, yeah, bring Xbox people. But it was kind of like the opposite. So you could turn the servers off and just make it NA. We just go to any room or any server.
Interesting.
But we didn't do that. We just kind of kept it on 50. But I don't know. It was a bit weird. I think it might be just the game. I think just PUBG the game. Because apparently if you go in solos, you're always playing against Xbox people. We went to the leaderboards in the top. The first 7 players are all Xbox. and then there's like a guy who's on PlayStation who's like 8 or something of the season, and then so on. So yeah,
Interesting.
it was weird that we didn't get a full.
Because I'm
a full
thinking
lobby.
like the game I'm thinking of is Realm Royale.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. So that game has been struggling in terms of filling rooms.
Mhm.
So pretty much every time you'll play the game, it'll be filled with bots as well as players.
Mhm.
But now so it's gone cross-platform between Switch, PC, and Xbox, and
Yep.
now it's PlayStation as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it fixes that. I mean, it's not really a problem, right? Like, you still get games. It's
Yeah.
just sometimes you'll see like some dickhead just running around, like not having a clue, and you're like, okay, this is not a human being. This is a fucking bot. And then you get the kill, and it's like, obviously, you don't get the satisfaction of you just killed someone, but
I'd rather if they even filled the rooms with like bots. Just chuck the other half of just bots. I
yeah,
don't care. Like, who cares? Might as well.
yeah.
'Cause at least there's action. Because there were some times where it was really weird. Like, we played it for about 4 hours or something, and then at the end of it, I said to Glenn and Pat, I was like, it's actually not that exciting. Because at the start we were excited because we got more of a chance of winning because it's only half a lobby, but you
Not
might
as
not
many
see anyone
people.
for ages. So you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is actually not that exciting. It's not that good. I'd
Mm.
rather it to be full and me die at, early on
Just
in the
be more
game.
kinetic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was really weird. But Fortnite do it really well. That works flawlessly, I reckon, with the cross-platform and
Yeah, no
but
shit.
then they have mobile as well, and like they have everything PC,
Yeah, very true.
mobile. They have everything.
Yeah,
All
fuck. I forgot about
um,
mobile.
and now that's skill-based as well. Fortnite. So if you drop into a solo and you suck, you're supposedly going in the game with like other shitty players. But
Okay.
apparently, if you're in pros, like, so some of the streamers are complaining because they're only getting half a lobby because they can't fill out the lobby with like really good players.
Yeah, right.
So some of them are like, no, this sucks. Like, this matchmaking sucks because one, they're not getting like heaps of kills. They're not just pub smashing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like less like players, so they rarely fight. It's like, oh, damn it. And when they do fight, it's like, oh, guys,
That was too easy.
very similar. No, it's like, this is very similar to me because
It's the same
they're
skill
up
base.
against really good players, so they're like, damn it, like,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's a bit of controversy
Pros and
on
cons, I guess.
on that, yeah. But yeah, that, and I think Rocket League did it really well. They still do it really well. Like, you play with PC, Xbox, and
Mhm.
wait, do you play with Xbox? Actually, do you play with Xbox on Rocket League?
Yeah.
At the start, you didn't. You just played with PC. It was the PC.
Yeah,
and,
PC and PlayStation 4 was a thing for a long time.
and now it's Xbox.
It was
as well.
Xbox
Okay.
more recently, like after Fortnite.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
PC and PS4 has been like that, like pretty soon after launch, I think.
Yeah. I haven't played Rocket League for ages.
Yeah, I feel like that's a game where it's pretty hard to be like, like someone would have an advantage in terms of what they're playing with a controller.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard or controller, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, do people even play Rocket League with mouse and keyboard? I feel like that would be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I know. We struggle anyway just with like the sticks. Not
Yeah. I wonder
mouse
if anyone
keyboard.
actually plays with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I wonder what the pros play with.
Yeah.
I feel like they would be playing with the controller.
Yeah, surely.
Surely, yeah.
Surely.
But I'm really excited about COD, man. I think that's going to be like the big one of like, ooh, like this is going to be interesting just to see.
Pretty pumped. That's only like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I know, man. And I think the servers are going to be so full, dude. Like, they're going to be chock-a-block.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
Now, is it going to be too full? I
Yeah,
mean, it is COD we're talking about.
Yeah, the servers are still going to just shit themselves and just crash.
Yeah. Got a very interesting future ahead of us.
I know.
That's for sure.
I feel like game developers and stuff like that are going to be like, yeah, cross-platform, there you go. We're going to have heaps of players. And they're going to be like, wait, our servers suck.
Yeah.
Or is it just easier of just them combining their Xbox servers and the PlayStation servers together? Like, I don't know anything about
I don't know the
hosting
logistics of
servers
it.
or how it works, but I'm presuming you just get that box and that box, combine them, and have a bigger box for more people. I don't know. It sounds pretty easy, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not that easy because if it was, you wouldn't have the problems that the game we're about to talk about a bit later on had. So, but it's. I mean, it can only be a good thing, right? I mean,
100%, man. Especially with like when you grew up and your mate had like an Xbox and you had a PlayStation, and then a good game comes out on both consoles, and you're like, oh man, this sucks. I can't play with you, or I saw just the other day, like one of the guys on my friends list is like, does anyone have FIFA 20? And then one of his mates is like, yeah, I do. And he's like, oh, Xbox or PlayStation? He's like, oh, Xbox. It's like, damn it, I can't play with you. Obviously that's not cross-platform then, FIFA.
Nah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, oh.
It's like probably in the next, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 months, or maybe even longer, that it'll become sort of a general thing. We'll see how they go. I mean, it's already happening, right? Like, COD obviously already knew that it was going to happen, and it's coming out fully with crossplay at launch. Will be interesting to see how it goes. It's another Activision game as well, and we're going to be talking about another Activision game which has struggled with that sort of thing. So the future will tell.
The future
will tell. All right. After that, we've got Red Dead Redemption 2, which has been out for almost a year. It came out while we were at PAX last year.
I was actually thinking that, and something came up on my Instagram because I posted PAX tickets and our t-shirts and stuff, and then my next post straight after that was a Red Dead. The Red Dead. I don't know what else. It was like the Red Dead game, just me just taking a photo of it or something like that, like peeking.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I remember that during that day, I was like, man, I can get home and play Red Dead, and freaking out.
Yeah, that's right. Remember I got like I trained Jade on how to install games.
Oh, that's right.
Because it was a 2-discer as well.
And I was speaking to those guys when we were playing the Division 2, like those WA guys. Wait, were they from WA? Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Crazy. But after almost a year, Red Dead Redemption 2 is finally coming out on PC. So it's coming out next month, November 5th. It's going to be available. I'm really interested to see what people do with it. Like the crazy mods.
The mods. Yeah. The Harry Potter mods.
Yeah. Not just like the silly mods where they like
they make it look good and stuff.
Yeah, more like, you know, the crazy shit like Grand Theft Auto role-playing, that sort of stuff.
Oh,
like,
dude.
You know, more interesting stuff.
Role-playing.
Not just like the straightforward sort of switching the main character with fucking Goku or whatever. Like
me and Bugs Bunny running around in Red Dead.
Okay, this is funny. Now I'm over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just excited to see what people would do with it, come up with more interesting modes and whatnot.
I'm kind of excited for them just to play it. That the PC guys who haven't played Red Dead 2 at all, like they haven't been sucked in of buying it on the console and about to play it on the PC, and just what they think of it. And yeah, it's going to look really nice on PC as well.
Oh, I bet. Probably need a pretty decent rig to run that.
Yeah, I'm kind of the only thing that obviously we were kind of disappointed about Red Dead was just the multiplayer aspect. That I thought I was going to play the shit out of that, but I think we played for maybe
like
a week, and then we're like, what are we actually supposed to be doing in this?
Yeah.
It's like nothing. It's like sick. Can't even buy property or anything like that. Pat said that they've had a pretty big updates for the online stuff, and you can do heaps of stuff in it. But I was just like, I think I'll give it another year, then I'll jump in.
Yeah, I'd
like to have everything
anyway.
Oh, don't you?
No.
Oh, wow.
I traded in and got Division, but like I'll play it. Like I was like, I'm not gonna play this game if I do play it again
for a while.
It'll be a long time. So.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah.
It's
cool.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah,
indeed. And then after that, we had Destiny, which went free to play and made the transition from Blizzard to Steam.
Mhm.
And it wasn't so smooth, unfortunately. But on the bright side, it broke the player count.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
I mean, like, it's pretty easy when it's a free-to-play game, right? It's like
Yeah.
when Dauntless came out and like everything went to shit, they had to shut down the
Yeah.
servers. That's exactly what's happened to Bungie. So
Mhm.
basically, they had to do an emergency sort of update maintenance for their
Mhm.
servers because they had too many people playing, and that included Destiny 1 as well, which I thought was a bit weird.
Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe people wanted to play Destiny 2 and they were new to it, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna play Destiny 1 and then clock that and then just move on to Destiny 2.
Yeah, I'd no idea. I thought I read it as like people were already playing Destiny 1, but like for some reason they had to maintain both servers for some reason. I couldn't do
Maybe
one.
they share us, like kind of like the
Yeah.
same kind of network, or
Yeah, that's what I gathered.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, did they get more
Yeah.
players as a result? Like, that would be weird.
Mm.
But what are you? What are your thoughts? I'm pretty pumped to go back in, to be honest.
Yeah. So when we kind of spoke about this, I think I was saying to you like, nah, like I'm kind of like a bit over it. Like I don't really want to jump in. And yeah, I'm a bit of like FOMO. Like you're like talking about it, and then it kind of got me excited. I was like, yeah, I want to get back into it too. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and since I've been about all this news and stuff, and all the DLC and the Shadow Keep, it kind of makes me want to play it like now, literally. But I've got other games to play at the moment. But I know for a fact that I'm gonna definitely give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that it's all level now. Like once you go back in, everyone will be at the same level, and there's cross save now.
Do they give you like a level boost where, like, say, you know how in Destiny 1 they gave you kind of like you could only use it on one new character, I think?
Mm-hmm.
You could boost them to like level like 400. Or is it just like, yeah, we're going to boost all three?
I gathered that it was like everyone is on the same level playing field.
No matter what. So
yeah, that I think it could very well be that it's only one of your characters, but that would be weird because like the whole thing is like they're basically just sort of, revamping the whole thing. So that would be weird.
Well, I suppose your level goes to say 40, but then your gear can then go to so.
Yeah, so I think it's the whole like light level that's going to change, and
yeah,
I'm definitely I'm gonna be downloading it on Steam, bringing my save file from PS4, and play for a little bit, see what it's like. I'm pretty pumped to go back in, and then like just being able to play on both. I'm just fucking excited.
Yeah,
because like sometimes I don't know, it's different.
I started to download the two most randomest games yesterday. I was supposed to play one last night, but it didn't finish the 40 gig update because I was too late to put it in my PlayStation. I was like, damn it. And I still haven't played it, the multiplayer aspect of it, or the single player, and that's Star Wars Battlefront 2. I was going to play that with Glyn.
Wait, did you say you installed it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to install it as well. We're playing that soon.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So it would be installed now. It'd be ready to go, ready to fire up. Because me and him are like, yeah, man, let's play the multiplayer aspect of it because apparently it's really good. I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And then I started downloading last night MLB, the show. Oh, yes. The free PS Plus thing. It looks awesome. I don't know really anything about baseball, so that's going to be interesting.
I played the tutorial with Finn yesterday.
Yeah.
It's good, as in like you can choose how to play with like every different aspect of it, and a lot of it you can turn into just automatic stuff. So the AI will do for you. So like running from base to base, you can turn that into just AI do that for you. Running towards the ball as well. Or you can choose how you do it. So there's different ways of doing it. So you can choose like if you want to do it more like meticulously with your controls, or something more sort of straightforward where it's just a bar where you have to like when you're playing the golf club, like the power meter, like it goes up.
So you just swing the bat with the stick?
You can do that, or you
Or
can
is it
do button.
button?
Yeah,
Ooh.
so you can
I
choose.
feel
So
like
this,
button would be easier. Is button easier?
yeah, it's still pretty hard. But the thing is, like, there's different ways, so you can customize how you want to play
Mm-hmm.
for like every different aspect of the game, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
But at the same time, like you said, I'm the same as you. I have no idea about baseball, but so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be looking more into it. I kind of want to get into it because it was still fun with what we did, the small amount of what we played yesterday. So I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
It seems pretty fun.
Yeah. I saw how you can train and stuff. I'm like, damn, this looks like 2K.
Mm.
Like very similar, but
Yeah.
keen.
Good stuff. And then we'll go back into Destiny and add more to our backlog that's not big enough yet.
I know, man. God.
Fucking hell. All right, let's talk about the games we've been playing this week. And this week we had Ghost Recon Breakpoint that came out. We both grabbed it. I think I've still played more than you at this point. That's probably right, since you
definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about that, man. What are your thoughts so far on Ghost Recon Breakpoint?
So I was pretty excited to play this game. And then if you bought like the intense version of the game, you got it on Tuesday, like through 3 days earlier.
Mhm.
So a few reviews have come out on YouTube and stuff like that. And then on the Friday, I just had a look at a few reviews to see how it kind of came up.
Yep.
And they were all terrible reviews. And I was like, what? And then I was looking at a few comments and they were kind of like agreeing with the reviewer. And it kind of seemed they were all gravitating towards microtransactions, saying, oh, this is just like a cash and grab, like the game's like trash and you have to buy guns and stuff like that. And the whole thing, you can't do this if you buy this. And I'm like, oh, really? I was like, this is weird. And then some other people said, I don't like how it's like the Division, like it's all gear score and stuff like that. So that didn't put me off. I was kind of like, oh, that's good. I like that. So that's a tick for me. And then I was messaging you about it saying, oh man, I'm kind of concerned about this game, man. Like, should we pick it up? And then what you said, man, we just pick it up. If we don't like it, we could just return it. I was like, that is a very good point. So went down, picked it up, got home, installed it. I had low expectations because people were saying there are bugs and glitches and stuff like that. So I was going in there with very low expectations. So I went in, did the first few missions, and then you were already pretty far forward in front of me. And then you said, oh, I'll join up with you. And I'll just kind of just do the first few things with you and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, no worries. So jumping in was pretty simple. I wouldn't say it was really hard.
Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward, just like any other kind of open world game. And yeah, we did our missions. First off, the controls are good. I like the controls. The only thing I didn't like was just the camera angle. When you first, like, say you come out of your like headquarters, like your base, you have a pretty nice zoomed out look on your character, even when you're walking. And when you start running, it just zooms in over the shoulder. And it was just too close for me. I was like, oh, I just want to just back it up a bit, like just zoom out just a little bit more, because I can't really see that much as what I'd want to if I was zoomed out more. Like the Division, I feel like the Division's zoomed out a lot more than this. So I found that a bit frustrating. So I went into settings and I couldn't find any settings of that, but I did find out that you could switch your right and left shoulder. So that was good. So if you're, at a right wall, you can, go to your right shoulder and kind of aim. So I like that. And the reloading and, crouching and going on the ground, crawling, all that kind of jazz is fine. The sprinting animation is probably one that I was like, he runs a bit weird when he's running.
Okay.
I find the animation like I don't know. It just doesn't look really natural. I was like, it's an interesting running style you have there, man. But it's nothing that I'm gonna be like, oh man, what the hell, man? This game sucks. Like with the way he runs, like it's not that bad. But I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like the Division has like his animation when he like sprints off and runs kind of normal. I don't know. It could be just a thing that I saw and I was like, whoa, what the hell?
Interesting.
Yeah. I do like the cover system with you just going up to kind of like a wall and you can kind of, you just automatically kind of your back's up against the wall. You can press a button though for cover, can't you?
Can you? I didn't think you could.
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, I think it was. What button was it?
Okay, I thought it
I
was.
can't remember. Yeah, but then I saw. Yeah, but then I was walking up to walls. I was doing it automatic, and I was like, unless I was pressing buttons, I was like, oh, that's a cover system, but it was just doing it automatically. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And I like how you can like camouflage yourself. So if you're in mud, and then you got enemies coming or a helicopter, you can cover yourself in mud and like hide. You can hide so well that Roger was hiding from me, and even your boy thing was on the map, and I still couldn't see you. But that was because my marker was on top of your marker. So I was like, "Wait, where are you?" And you're like, "Yeah, can you see me?" I was like,
I'm
"What?"
invisible.
Yeah, and I was like,
invisible.
I was actually freaking out. I was like, "Wait, what? Where actually are you?" Like this is, and you were literally right next to me, just in the mud, but you just kind of threw mud on yourself.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, and that I like that aspect. That's really cool. I like the survival aspect of it, where you have stamina. So if you run down a hill and you fall, and if you don't have enough stamina to kind of hold your legs up, he gives way and he rolls down the hill, and you lose a bit of health. I like that. And that means you've got to just like drink to get your stamina back. So you fill your little cantina up with water, and you think you get 3 drinks until it's empty. So yeah, I like that little bit of it. I really do like when you get shot and then you're really injured, he starts like limping and crawling and stuff like that. And then you can heal yourself with either a syringe or a med pack. And I like how he actually bandages his leg or bandages his arms and stuff, and then the bandages kind of stay on there until you kind of go to a camp. I like that. That's really cool. They're not bullet sponges like the enemies. Like it's literally with a sniper 1-hit kill, I find, in the head. It does depend on, I think, the level of the enemies and what level you have.
Yes.
But all the kind of enemies that I've fought, it's been like with a sniper 1-shot kill and they're dead with like, and I love that. Like, it's more realistic. The vehicles in the game, the sound of them completely sucks.
So bad.
I don't know why.
It's so bad.
I don't know how you get sound. I feel like sound on a vehicle would be like the easiest thing out of a whole game. Like,
right?
I don't know. Like, again, I'm not a sound engineer or a sound developer or whatever you call it. Like,
well, neither is the person who they hired to do their sound engineering. It sounds like.
So they were just like, all right, so we're gonna do the sound recording for a motorbike. Oh, yep. Yep.
Oh, let me just fucking fart.
That's like,
that actually sounds better than the motorbike in the game.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Sorry, it was like
It's really bad.
Yeah, it's so bad. Even the cars are just, I don't know. All the vehicles suck with their sound.
Yeah.
The lack of movement on the bike as well. I feel like you just ride like this, like straight up, and you just kind of like going over humps and stuff. And you're like, man, a bit of animation, bending the legs. I know you're not MXGP or an actual motorbike game, but make it a bit more realistic. It's just too stiff. And there's no sense of me going fast on a motorbike or a car or any of the vehicles. I feel like I'm going really slow. It feels like I'm going 40 Ks everywhere. Like there'll be guys shooting at me and I'm just like, and I'm just like, this, what, like, surely this goes faster. Like, this is ridiculous. So disappointing in the vehicles. The facial animation on the cutscenes, are pretty bad. Um, they're the whips and the just pretty bad, pretty bad. It gets worse when you do side missions as well. And that's even worse. Like you do a few side missions, you go to a campaign, you go, oh, that's actually not that bad, but it's because you've been doing side missions for so long. There's a few like, it's bizarre, but then sometimes the game really surprises me where it does look really nice if you're walking through the forest or just you're on a hill and you're about to snipe some people. The map does look really nice. I feel like some places the world is a bit dead at stages, where I'd like a bit more happening in civilian wise. In Wildlands, there are civilians everywhere. Like there's civilians driving cars. There's just I feel like there's a lot more activity going on in the world, where there's not much going on. I feel like there's enemies and there are civilians, but it's like one civilian in a radius of 10 kilometers or something. Like I don't know. Like I'd like to just see a bit more life in the world. And I think I said to you, I'm like, oh, are there animals in this? And you said, yeah. And I said, oh, I haven't seen one yet. And then, I saw a pig or something. So I think there could be a bit more life to it. But yeah, it's definitely a cross between a Division, Far Cry.
It's a Ubisoft game.
Bit of Assassin's Creed in there, stuff like that. But then there are other things that got me impressed with just, I think someone said like, oh, they haven't even like the same gun noises are in like Wildlands. They can't even change that. I'm like, what? I feel like the gun noises are fine. Like I didn't notice anything that I was like, oh, that sounds so bad. Like the gun noises sound really good. I think I like the whole aspect of sniping and being really stealthy, and there's a bit more survival aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
And I think with a friend, it's so much better. I do get a bit lost in a sense of what I'm doing sometimes with side missions or where to go. Like we both ran into a bug where you played with me. We went to a mansion. We had to get a few files and it said, go to the cave. And I'm like, I've been there. I've done the whole mission. Like, what's it doing? And I was getting really frustrated because I was like, what? I don't know what I'm doing. And then you're like, oh, look at your intel and see if you have to, solve the intel and stuff like that. And I had all these question marks everywhere and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, man. So I was pressing X on all of them and I was like, oh, maybe this is it. Or no, it's not working. And then you left. And then I was like, it must be the game. And you said, yeah, I think it's the game, man, because you would be finished the mission. And then I went back in the game and I finished the mission. So it was just a glitch. There was another point where I was doing a side mission and I went into a little hut with like civilians and there was a cutscene. And then out of nowhere, the cutscene just cut out. And the two people that were talking were outside and got shot and died. And then they said I failed the mission.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what? What do you mean? I don't know what just happened. Was that part of it? And then it restarted again, the cinematic. And then the cinematic was like normal. And then I just passed the mission. I was like, what just happened? Like, that was weird. Yeah, so there are a few crazy bugs in there, a few glitches. That, you know what? It will get patched up. And I think this game's getting really hard done by sheep. I'd like to say sheep. A few reviewers have said this and that with the microtransactions. Me and Roger didn't know where you could actually spend real money. You don't need to spend real money. I saw a few comments on YouTube that were saying, like, oh, what are you guys talking about? Like, I've played, like, I'm like 20 hours in and I haven't spent one bit of money and all the guns that I've unlocked you can buy with real money. It's just if you're lazy, you can fast forward and just buy like mad guns. You don't have to go out in the wilderness and find them yourself, like blueprints. Like you can buy them with real money. But I'm like, isn't that with every game? Battlefield does that too. They have like the assault pack where you buy the assault pack and you unlock everything in the assault class.
I feel like if you get to the point where you need to spend money to unlock stuff in this type of game, that the game's not for you. Like,
exactly right.
The whole game is about like going around doing stuff, unlocking, getting new items and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, if you need to do that, like, don't. That game's not for you.
Don't play. It's a loot shooter. So
literally,
you have to go out there and you're going to be changing your guns. You're going to be breakdowning guns. You're going to be breakdowning your gear and making your current gear better. And yeah, you're not going to stick to the same amount of like guns and stuff like that. You're just always going to be switching stuff up. And the microtransaction things, man, the people who are saying that, like, yeah, that's what you said. What do you guys like? What are you playing? Like, you shouldn't be playing this game. This is not a game for you. If you like The Division, and you enjoyed Wildlands and stuff like that, if you like a Ubisoft game, you're gonna like this game. Yeah, it does have glitches, but you know what? It's been out for like 4 days, or 3 days. It's gonna get patched. It's gonna get better. The game, it looks good. I've had fun with you, and I feel like that we are nowhere near into the funness of the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah. We've barely scratched the surface.
Like you pick your classes in it as well. Like you have different special abilities. Like you're a medic, and I have. I'm Panther, and that gives me kind of like a flash smoke grenade and makes me run off quicker, and it kind of blinds all the enemies. And I think I can I get suppressors on my submachine gun and pistols, and it doesn't like make the damage. It's not lower damage on it.
Oh, okay.
And there's a few perks and stuff like that. So you have different classes, and I like that. That's cool. Just kind of like the Division. And you obviously have a skill tree that you can go off and you get, you can have night vision goggles, and you can have, if you want to update your night vision goggles, you can have heat seeking. You obviously unlock a parachute so you can jump out of airplanes, but then it goes into really in-depth stuff of what you can do. And you have perks as well that I think, what was yours again?
Wait, like,
it is the enemies you can see.
Yeah. What's the word?
Just unlock that.
It pings all the enemies that are around me.
Yeah. And you have a drone as well that you press up on your D-pad, and it's exactly the same as Wildlands. You can scout, bases or enemies, and you can tag them for your friend and stuff like that. And you can upgrade that as well, so that can do more stuff. It can show you like blueprints or where chests are or whatever. What else have I missed out on? There is a multiplayer aspect of the game, but I haven't touched that at all. There is a battle pass in the game, and before everyone goes, "Oh, there's a microtransaction," no, it's free. The battle pass is free. You don't pay any money for the battle pass or to unlock it. You do kind of special battle pass missions where you go out there, and they're just side missions. They're called faction missions. You go out there, you do the missions, and your bar will go up. And once you go a level up, they'll give you a pair of sunnies, a backpack, a blueprint, a camo for your guns, stuff like that. So I find that really, really good because I love that kind of stuff. And the gun customization is really good. You can color each individual part of your gun, your magazine. You can put a suppressor on. You can take the suppressor off. You can change a lot to the gun, and you can upgrade the guns as well. So you can have better distance, range, damage, make it lighter so you can run faster. I don't know. There's a fair bit of stuff, but I haven't really dived in that much because of I'm just changing guns so often. Mm-hmm. So I feel like when I'm near the end game, I'm probably going to like start fiddling around with that a bit more. And I feel like there's a bit of replay value in this game because you've got side missions. They're going to come out with DLC, obviously. There's going to be raids as well. That would be awesome. I'm interested to see how they're going to do the raids in a sense of, can you just do public matchmaking? Do you need an actual squad? Stuff like that. But overall, yeah, it's a bit rough, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to enjoy it more with you, but I will play by myself, and just do side missions or keep on doing the main story. I feel like I kind of want to do just the main missions with you, because then when I go on, I can just do side missions and, I don't know, like I'm actually unsure of what I should do when I'm like, do you know what I mean? Like I kind of want to be the same story timeline as you, because then we can do, one person like you, how you're like, oh, I have to watch the cutscene again. I don't want to watch the cinematic. Like this sucks. And I'm like, yeah, that would kind of suck. And then you skip it, and then you're just kind of walking around watching me stare at a door or something like that. So yeah, that was I'm not sure what to do there, but I'll just keep playing. And if I do a main mission, I'll do a main mission. If I don't, I don't. But yeah, I'm just kind of just traveling around. And I did a camp. I went to a camp and just like camped. That's cool as. Like you can fast forward time. You can drop a vehicle near you. You can make like food and stat boost your stats. What else can you do? You can plan like your attack on things. Have you done a camp?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, dude, yeah. So if you go to a camp, you know how you got the campfires?
Yeah.
So if you go to camp, so you sit down, then it gives you all these options where you can craft ammo, you can craft syringes, like health stuff, because you pick up flowers in the game. And you can deploy like a helicopter near you, so you can just drop a helicopter in, and you're like, yeah, that's my helicopter, sick. I've only got one vehicle, and that's a helicopter. And you can change weapons around, you can make ammo, you can fast forward the time as night, morning, afternoon, anything you want. And you can heal yourself. So I find that really good. Like that's really cool. Kind of reminds me a bit of Final Fantasy-ish.
15.
You know how 15, where you would kind of make a camp and you could kind of heal yourself. And like I made like this thing that I ate, and it gave me 50% less damage. For like, I think it was like for like 5 minutes or something like that. That was kind of cool. So if you're about to do a mission or a pretty intense kind of like mission, you could kind of go in there and plan it with your friends of how you're going to go about it, stock up on items, and if you want to do it by day or night. Like if I was doing an intense mission, to be honest, I'd probably do it at night, because now I have like the night vision goggles, but then I upgraded the night vision goggles again, and they're heat seeking, and man, it's so OP. Like it's so good. You just see a bright colored kind of like reddish light, and you just kind of like shoot their head, and it's just game over. It's so good. And you rarely get spotted as well. But yeah, that's my all over the place about Ghost Recon. I kind of always just think of like random stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, there's that too. But yeah, no, I like it. It's good. Yeah, don't go out there and try it yourself. Don't really look at other people. And I think people haven't played the game, and they're just going off by reviews.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of shitting on it for no reason. They just want to be that kind of person. So, yeah. So what did you think of it? Like, what your kind of...
Well, it's kind of like you got to set up the expectation. So it is a Ubisoft game, and it uses that typical Ubisoft template. Like you go in there, you've got an open world, you've got areas that you can go and explore, and find chests and items and whatnot. And now I guess the new template is like you have your character, and you can have all your items. And it is very similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right? Like how you equip items, that sort of thing. So in that sense, very standard Ubisoft open world game. Which I guess like they're good at that, right? It's just if you're looking for something new, like more improvements on that template, that's not really it, right? Like there's nothing too special about it, I guess.
No.
But like you said, like it's
No.
heaps of fun. What I liked was like you said, the gear score instead of leveling up. So you, just to go like deeper in what you explained a little bit before. So you've got your XP level, which is what you like when you kill enemies and you complete missions and whatever, you get XP, which levels up your XP level. And all that does is, once you level up, you get 1 skill point to use towards your skill tree. That's it. Doesn't give you extra damage, doesn't give you extra health or whatever. So instead of doing the sort of Destiny thing where you level up and certain items are locked behind this sort of level wall, where if you're not a certain level, you can't use that item, you can use any item. It's just basically you need to find it, and you go gear score straight away instead of leveling up to level 30 or whatever, and then it goes to gear score instead of level. It's straight off the bat, gear score straight away. So then you go by that to determine what enemies you should fight at different points. So you can see, it tells you, what sort of gear score you should be at to fight certain enemies. So you go, there's a red fucking icon on top of their head and it says 100. You go, okay, I should not be fucking with them. I'll come back when I've got gear level 100. I think that's pretty cool. I prefer that to reaching level cap, and then you go, okay, now that I've reached cap, this is end game now, I got to worry about my gear score. It's like that from the start, and I prefer that. Yeah, and you've already explained the skill tree, how it works, really. So you got 4 different classes? But, for example, like you said, I went medic. I could very easily use another skill point to unlock another class, and I can just switch between the classes.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Another thing was with so you got different types of zooms, which you discovered yesterday. So you could go sort of over the shoulder, just like crosshair kind of zoom when you're aiming down the sights, or you could go straight like sort of PUBG style zooming in, and you're actually got like, it goes first person and you see your sight, whatever sort of thing you've got, attachment you've got attached to your gun. And I like that it is gun specific. So if I'm carrying 3 guns, I can go, okay, I'm holding the pistol, I want to go third person if I zoom in. And then if I switch to my primary gun, I can go, with this one, I want to go first person when I aim down the sights. And if I go back to my pistol, it remembers that I went, okay, cool, you want to go third person with the pistol. I think that's awesome. So, yeah, I've got that customized with whatever gun I'm holding. For example, if I got like a submachine gun as my primary and then a sniper rifle as my secondary, I would go third person for the SMG and then obviously first person for the sniper rifle, because I want to be able to see further. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. It's my biggest sort of gripe is when I'm playing with you, sort of syncing the missions is a bit of a hassle. I still don't understand exactly how it works, because when I join your game, even though you're hosting the game, I'm not automatically doing the same mission as you. It still goes by whatever mission I was doing last, which is a bit weird. And like, I don't know how it works. Like, we got it working somehow, but I don't know what we did to get it working. And also, like you said, like, I haven't had that problem with things like Borderlands or Division 2, where if I'm doing a mission with you and it's a mission I've already done, although like Division 2 doesn't qualify because you were helping me, but I mean, like, if I'm playing with you, I feel like I'm getting bored because I've already done these missions and there's long cutscenes.
I think it's because you're not actually playing as well, because the scene I was at the start, there was a lot of cutscenes and you're like, oh, I've already seen this. But if there were enemies coming, it's kind of different, because you're like, I get to play and shoot them. And
but that's like playing the game. But like, while we're doing the missions, like in between, there's things that happen, and like I'm having to wait for you because you haven't watched it. and I feel like it could have been done better. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how do you fix that though? Because
Yeah.
I feel like the Division didn't have that many cutscenes. It's
Yeah.
more of like going up, and then they speak to you over,
Yeah.
your headset or whatever, and they're saying, go here and go there, do this, do that. It's not an actual full cinematic cutscene where
Which I guess isn't really a solution, because then you lose track of what's happening in the story when that sort of thing happens.
Yeah, and that was one of your gripes about it as well. I think the Division 2 was like, you're not kind of like...
You're not following the story because it's just someone speaking over...
yeah.
Like you
So
said,
it's kind of like...
comms, and it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not paying attention to the story. So it's like, I guess...
They might have been better doing that with this, because their facial animation, you're like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah. But yeah, apart from that, man, like you said, the kind of stealth aspect of it is done really well.
Mm.
And yeah, I just love sort of scoping an area with my drone. I go, okay, there's a sniper in the tower over there. There's a drone over there. There's a dude with a fucking shotgun down there. And I go, cool. I'm going to stay a fair distance away, use my sniper rifle with a silencer on, pop the sniper in the tower. No one will know because I have a silencer on, and then just like work my way in, and it's just, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But again, like typical Ubisoft game. So if you're not into that, that's not the game for you. But
No.
yeah, it doesn't really reinvent the wheel. Very far from that, but it is a fun experience. I'm having a lot of fun. I've played the bulk of it by myself, and it's still really good, man. It's still really good.
Yeah, it is still fun, and I think the drone aspect of it is quite interesting. Like, they have drones as well, and they can spot you, and that big UAV like plane that goes across, is intense. There's a few times where I didn't even notice it, because you know how it comes up saying like focus, and you press square and it shows you like what's coming. Like if a chopper's coming, you press square and then you look up and you're like, oh, that's where it is. It's coming now. Okay, I better hide. It gives it a bit more excitingness.
Yeah, love that word.
Bit more, excitingness.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a bit crazy. Like when you hear that plane, and then you see the icon, like it slowly fills in, going, if it fills up all the way, they have located you. So what you do is you just go, oh fuck, I need to drop on the ground, chuck some mud on me so no one can see me, and then you just wait for the plane to go past. You're just like, oh, that was intense. So intense.
It is cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think once we unlock more gizmos and gadgets, like, there's a blowtorch on one where you can like cut open like the side of like gates, fences and stuff like that, and you can go through, and it will come to a point where you'll say to me, Chris, I need your help. Like I can't do this mission, it's too hard. And I think that will be like, I'll be really enjoying that kind of aspect of it, not just kind of like going in there willy-nilly, just like shooting around. And I know you can make it harder, but I think at the moment, like just getting used to everything and playing it will be good. But yeah, the raids are going to be intense as well. I don't know how that's going to pan out, but I'm keen.
Yeah, should be fun. I played a little bit of the PvP. I played all of one game.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of how it's structured. So it uses the weapons that you have, which means the gear score affects how the game's going to go. Because I went in, I was level 3 with a gear score of like 10 or something like that. And I was going against people who had the game early, and their gear score was like, I don't even know. He was like a level 22 or some shit.
They said on the like when they talked about PvP on like the actual game, how it starts up and then you go through like tutorials and stuff and little videos or so and so. They said that the gear score doesn't affect it at all. Everyone's on an even playing field.
Oh, interesting. Because I felt like I was getting fucked up. Like people were just shooting me in like 2 seconds, and
apparently it goes off just like everyone's on the same.
Surely, like the thing is, like, you can say that, but at the same time, it's like I've got a certain weapon, and they're using their weapon that they got further down the track, so it has to be better, right? It's not like in COD where you go, okay, I'm using the weapons in multiplayer, but I don't have the weapons from the campaign. That's kind of how I look at it. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I mean, that's how it was in Destiny, right? And I didn't really complain about it. So
yeah, that's true.
maybe I'll just give it another crack later on. But yeah, it definitely wasn't fun.
So was it like a team deathmatch? Like, what was it?
Yeah, it was like you need to go to a certain point, like activate something.
Okay.
But it was like, yeah, but if you kill the entire team,
you win. It's like search and destroy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll try again in the future, but yeah, I had zero fun the one game that I played because yeah, I mean, I had never played it, and I was obviously playing against people who had played the game before.
Yeah,
that's my experience with it so far. But yeah, that's the verdict. If you like Ubisoft open world games, this is for you. If not, nothing new there. It's a bit of
about the microtransactions.
Yeah,
every game you play that you like is microtransactions.
I don't like that they're there, but they don't really affect the game. Like you said, like we couldn't even
play through
find
the whole game.
We couldn't even find how to purchase like premium currency.
And the stuff that you do, I feel like
I don't even know what you can buy with premium money.
Like,
I still don't know. I know how to get premium money. I don't know what you can do with it.
I think it's like I saw a few that was like outfits, like a helmet or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Or you can buy gun blueprints or guns, but it's nothing that's gonna break the game. Like you can get that gun later on by playing the game. And as what you said, if you're buying money, this is not the game for you, man. Like
yeah, and it's as long as I haven't had that yet, and I played for between 6 and 8 hours at this point. It doesn't feel like it's more grindy because I'm not putting money into it. Like I'm still, I'm not struggling. I'm not underpowered when I go up against certain enemies. Like I would have to go out of my way to like an area where there's stronger enemies. Then like it's my fault, right? But if I'm following the story, again, I guess that could change in the future. That was something that people complained about in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where you get to a certain point and you kind of have to do side missions and grind to move forward. Whereas I saw it as a positive, where it was like, okay, it's pushing me to do more stuff and explore this beautiful world. I'm all for it. Whereas I guess, yeah, it depends on the kind of person that you are. I didn't really... It could very well be that they've done it that way to incentivize people to pay for the boost thing, but I definitely didn't. I still had fun. So
I think a lot of people that loved Wildlands was expecting this game to be exactly like Wildlands, but just in a different setting. But it is a lot different to Wildlands in an aspect of the gear score and a bit more loot shooting, where Wildlands, you didn't have a gear score. It was like, you like an AK-47? Cool, you can use that AK-47. Sick. Where this game is more, like deconstructing gear and, making your guns better, then getting another new gun, and then making your gear score higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. So I can see how some people might be frustrated when the game comes out and they're like, oh no, like I don't want this. It's interesting they did that. Like I was surprised they did that, especially from going from Wildlands to this. But it doesn't bother me because I like both aspects of it. So I like how they did Wildlands, and I like how they did this as well. So, and I love the Division.
Yeah,
like I really do like Ubisoft. Like people are gonna probably flame me for that, but I like Ubisoft. I don't know. So
nothing wrong with that.
I'm sorry, everyone. Eat a dick.
No. They're okay now. They used to be the worst with their bugs and shit, but I feel like they've redeemed themselves quite a lot since that period. Alrighty, well that's all we've got for this week. Again, this is our last episode before PAX Oz. Well, we'll be there on Friday and Saturday, so if you see the people with black t-shirts and button mash t-shirts, at the front. Come say hello.
Yeah.
Come say hello. We'll be there again on Saturday, 3 p.m. We'll be doing the show from the Audio Technica booth. So you can come see us then.
Sick.
Which means there will be no streamed podcast next Sunday. Just the audio one the week after. And
Hey, we could probably Facebook stream it.
I thought about that, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to. Like your phone battery might be a problem.
That's true.
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
like being
that's true.
towards the end of the day. I don't want to depend on that.
Yeah.
So
Good point.
yeah, I think we won't.
It's no biggie. They can miss our face for a week.
Yeah, that's it. But Chris, let the people know how they can follow you on the internets.
They can follow me on the internet on Instagram at christofini.gaming. That's where you can see me post some pretty cool pics, bruh. How about you, bruh?
Very
us,
nice.
bruh.
Very nice. Yeah, basically our handle is ButtonMashPod pretty much everywhere. On Twitter, on Twitch, where you can watch the show live most weeks, not next week. But I play some games during the week as well. We will be playing games together very soon. Pretty excited about that. Also on Instagram, ButtonMashPod, one word. And Facebook is Button Mash Podcast on there. And you can email us your feedback, good or bad, at buttonmashpod@gmail.com. Is that everything? I think that's everything.
Did you say the website?
No, not the website. Yes, we also have a website where you can find all of our episodes archived on there in video format, as well as audio with all the links on there as well. That's www.buttonmashpod.com. And if you're not aware already, the show is available in audio format pretty much wherever you can find podcasts these days. If you just look up the Button Mash Podcast.
Yes.
All right. I think that's everything for this week. Pretty pumped for next week.
Me too, man. I'm so excited.
Oh,
4-day week.
I don't even know
Yakasha.
what games are going to be available. I haven't looked at it yet.
I was actually thinking that too. I was like,
I'm like, everything that's coming out, I guess.
Pokemon?
Yeah, but it's like, we're getting into the following month. I mean, it was the same with Pokemon Let's Go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Either way, it's going to be a fun time. We're going to meet some awesome people there. And that is it. You guys have yourselves a wonderful week.
Yeah. Chicken sangers.
Final round.